Range script loaded. You can now press Escape, select Choose Slot and pick your aircraft. You have chosen to start the mission in the air. Please increase the propeller pitch lever up to cruise power. Use trim to level the aircraft, and navigate on a heading 187 degrees. Maintain 200 knots, and ascend to arrive at the next waypoint at 5,000 feet altitude. Press spacebar once you have trimmed the aircraft. The Pucara has a built-in armament of 4 FN Browning 7.62mm single-barrel machine guns, mounted on the fuselage sides. Each has a 900-round magazine, a maximum rate of fire of 1,000 rounds per minute, and a maximum range of 1,800 meters. In addition, it carries 2 Hispano-Suiza HS-804, 20mm cannons, taken from the retired fleet of Gloucester Meteor of the Argentinian Air Force, mounted ventrally, each with 270 rounds. They have a rate of fire of 700 rounds per minute and a maximum range of 4,000 meters. On this mission, you will have to strafe 3 gun targets available on the eastern side of the range. Perform at least 3 passes over the strafing pits, 1 for each target. Perform the passes on a west to east general direction, so that the mission logic can keep track of them. You can make as many passes as you want, while you still have ammunition left. You can access the attack statistics calling up the F10 option of the communications menu. The procedure for using the cannons or machine guns is as follows. 1. Master arm safety switch. Set to its right position, armed. A green light above it illuminates. 2. Gun sight power. Set to on. Right-click the ANT switch to its up position, to activate the gun sight. 3. Gun sight depression. Set. We don't have access to the gunnery tables of the real aircraft, so you will have to practice a bit to find a value that goes well with your gunnery style. We suggest a value of -25 for the cannon, and -35 for the machine guns, using a 15 to 20 degrees dive and a speed of 200 knots. 4. Weapon selector knob. You can set it to either AMT for machine guns, or CAN for cannons. The AMS position on the real aircraft fires only the top 2 machine guns, but currently on the sim it still fires all 4 of them. Select the cannon's position, as we will begin our training using these weapons first. Good, you have selected the cannons. Once you have run out of ammo, change over to the machine guns. It is important to note that the machine guns are fired by fully pressing the flight stick's trigger, while the cannons are fired by pressing the weapon release button. The weapons are now ready to use. Test the cannons by giving a short press on the weapon release button. Try it now. We have reached waypoint 2. Turn left to enter the weapons range on a easterly heading. The gun strafing pits are at the far side of the range. Select one of the 3 available pits and align to make a pass over it. Begin the dive, keeping the targeting reticle centered over the gun target. Wait until the sight center dot is over the desired target, then press on the stick either the gun trigger to fire the machine guns, or the weapon release to fire the cannons. Pull back on the stick to exit the dive and climb back up. Increase throttle. Good pass. If you still have ammo, turn right 180 degrees towards a westerly heading, and perform another pass. Second pass. Turn back 180 degrees towards a west heading, and perform another pass. Third pass. If your cannons are out of ammo, change to machine guns and do another pass. Good pass. If you still have ammo, turn back 180 degrees, and perform another pass. If you are out of ammunition, then return to Rio Gallegos on a heading of 050 degrees. Good pass. If you still have ammo, turn back 180 degrees, and do another pass. Else, return to Rio Gallegos on heading 050 degrees. The heading towards Rio Gallegos Air Base is approximately 050 degrees. Tune the VOR receiver to the Rio Gallegos VOR frequency of 116.7 MHz. Use the highlighted double concentric knob to select the frequency value. Next, enable the VOR navigation by setting the highlighted VOR switch to on. Good. Now on the RMI gauge, the double needle is active and pointing towards the VOR station of our destination airbase. The runway at our airbase has a heading of 255 degrees, so turn the highlighted knob using the mouse wheel until it is pointing at that heading. Be aware that the knob does not allow to turn from 0 to 359 degrees, so you have to turn the mouse wheel the other way around. Press spacebar once the single needle is pointing to 255 degrees. Keep your current heading of 050 degrees, until both needles of the RMI begin to superimpose each other, at which point you will turn left, towards the destination airbase. Deactivate the armament with this procedure. 1. Master arm safety switch. Set to its left position. The green light goes out. 2. Gun sight power. Set to off. Left-click the ANT switch to its down position, to deactivate the gun sight. 3. Weapon selector knob. Turn to the no position, where no weapon is selected. You can check your range results by calling up the communications menu. Select F10. Other. Then select F1. Range. Finally, click F1 again. my strafe results. Unfortunately, the Pucara and DCS can't communicate with the TC, so you must use the F10 map to be aware of other air traffic that may be flying near Rio Gallegos. Press spacebar once you have checked the F10 map. The two needles on the RMI gauge should be starting to superimpose each other. Just before the needles merge, turn the aircraft left, towards the airbase, until both needles point to the top of the RMI, its 12 o'clock position. Good. Now our aircraft is pointing towards the destination airbase. The course should be around 255 degrees. Perform a descent towards the airbase. Reduce speed, by pulling the propeller pitch lever back, to reduce power. As the speed reduces, you will need to retrim the aircraft. Activate the landing lights, with a right click on the highlighted switch. Touchdown. Use the rudder to keep the aircraft aligned with the runway. Wait until the nose wheel comes down, before applying wheel brakes. Press spacebar if you'd like to taxi to the ramp. Press backspace if you prefer to end the mission now. Turn left to go towards behind the parking row. Then turn right towards spot number 23. Be careful with moving ramp vehicles. You are now at the ramp. Park at any spot within the ramp, but park the aircraft with a U-turn, so that it ends up facing the airport terminal. You are now at the ramp. Park at any spot within the ramp, but park the aircraft with a U-turn, so that it ends up facing the airport terminal. 1. First, leave all trimmers in neutral, by checking on their gauge. 2. Propeller pitch lever. Set to its rearmost position, by left-clicking on its lever. This will stop both engines. 3. Left and right fuel pumps. Set both to off. 4. Fuel valve levers. Set to their rearmost position. 5. Oxygen system. Click the highlight. 6. Radio and navigation equipment. 7. Flaps. Confirm that they are fully retracted. 8. Parking brake. Enable, by moving its. 9. Canopy, open. Set the highlighted switch to its up position, with the right. 10. Lights off. Set all lights to off. 10A. Taxi light. Set to off. 10B. Navigation and anti-collision lights. 10C. Floodlights. 10D. Formation lights. 10E. Instruments backlight. 11. Battery switch. Set to off, its center position. Good, the shutdown procedure is now complete. You are ready to leave the plane. Congratulations, you have learned and practiced the air-to-ground strafing procedure on the Pucara, landed back, taxied to the flight ramp at our home base, and practiced the shutdown procedure. The mission has been successfully completed. Press spacebar to exit.